All right, thank you, General Swan. That was pretty neat, I gotta say. It's now my pleasure to introduce our first Tech 10 speaker this morning, Mick Wimbrow, Department of Defense Strategic Initiatives Group, Microsoft. Let's welcome Mr. Wimbrow to the stage.
Good morning, everybody. So as Michael said, my name is Mick Wimbrow. I'm from the Microsoft DoD Strategic Initiatives Group. What does that mean to you, and why is Microsoft here? As General Perna started out this morning, we all recognize that the Army and the DoD across the whole needs to adopt more modern, more rapid, more innovative technologies at a faster pace. Microsoft believes that industry also has a part in this, that we have a responsibility to help bring these technologies to you, to help you interface with them in a way that's compliant with your policies, to make them available to you on your networks, to help understand what your problems are and relate those back to the way we develop our products even in the future. So to do this, we've had our senior leadership meet with your senior leadership, with the chief, with the under, even with the SecDef on a more regular cadence. And we've established the DoD Strategic Initiatives Group at Microsoft to make sure that Microsoft follows through on the commitments made by those senior leaders. So we'll start here with an announcement of what Microsoft is currently doing in partnership with AT&T to modernize and help you innovate the way you collaborate at the desktop. Skype for Business has been used across the commercial industry for years now. It brings chat, instant messaging, calls, video conferencing, voice, data, and presence to you in a rich way no matter where you are, whether you're at your desk, whether you're on mobile, whether you're at a phone, whether you're in a conference room. This capability will really help you collaborate at a much higher pace. It will help you to see the availability of your peers across NIPR and SIPR. It'll help you interoperate with your public counterparts. It'll help you interoperate with your tactical downrange deployed counterparts. It'll help you divest your legacy equipment that's very expensive to maintain. It'll help you be flexible. So let's get to the heart of innovation. Let's agree on what is and what is not a cloud. Cloud is obviously a buzzword that's thrown around continuously these days. So one of the bases of an IT system is you have to have a data center, right? You have to have somewhere where your servers sit so your data can be processed. A good data center is power efficient, it's reliable, it's safe, it's secure, it's consolidated, it's managed, it's virtualized, it's cost efficient. This is not necessarily the only thing it takes to be a cloud. The other things you need cloud attributes, you need modern services, you need machine learning, you need advanced intelligence, you need artificial intelligence, you need deep indexing, you need storage, you need elasticity, you need the ability to self-service this, you need to be able to pay for it as you use it, so you can commoditize these things, you can modernize applications that are not as scaled to the point where they could stand up their own infrastructure. When you put these things together, you begin to get a cloud. A cloud is not necessarily a commercial cloud in the sense that it is a data center off your premises. A cloud can also be an on-premise private cloud owned and operated by you, built out of our technologies. It can also be at the tactical edge, built out of products like IoT Edge and Azure Stack. So you can translate these applications from the garrison all the way out to the battlefield. So how do we help you use cloud in the DoD? Microsoft has built specific clouds for the United States government and the United States DoD that are policy compliant to the DISA SRG L4, L5 specs. Across the federal government space, they meet the FedRAMP specs. They're physically separated. They use dedicated infrastructure. They're staffed by US personnel, staffed by cleared personnel where that is required in those enclaves. We maintain connectivity to your networks across NIPR and coming soon SIPR, so that you can have disaster recovery and failover in those scenarios. It will give you express routes so that you can maintain connectivity as you move. We provide ITAR support in these clouds so that you can more easily interchange and exchange data with your trusted SIs and contractors. As I mentioned before, in the calendar year of 18, we will move all of these classified networks to the cloud by building dedicated clouds on SIPR, because we recognize that most of your most important workloads, mission-critical workloads, are going to be in that realm. Those are the places where we think you might benefit the most from machine learning, advanced intelligence, IoT, big data type problems. So we want to make that available as soon as possible. We're committed to doing that within the calendar year of 18. So where are they? We have 4 government regions. These are the FedRAMP High and SRG L4 regions: Virginia, Iowa, Texas, Arizona. Those 4 are currently fully operational. The reason it's important to have pairs is so that you can do high reliability, and you can also do disaster recovery for continuous availability in the event of natural disasters and interdiction. The 2 DoD regions are paired in the Virginia and the central United States. These are the NIPRNet pairs. The SIPR pairs we'd love to talk to you about. If you'll come see us in booth 600, we'll get set up to tell you about that in a more appropriate venue. Okay, so how do I use it? What if I'm not an IT guy? What if infrastructure is not the thing I do? I'd like to provide just this blueprint just to think through. What does a modern smart application look like? It's data all the way through to an insight. That's all you want to do. So in the booth, you can come see us. We'll show you several different ways we implement this. To demonstrate IoT, we partner with Rolls-Royce in the commercial space to do predictive maintenance on jet engines, to help with uptime, to help reduce maintenance cost, to help them provide better service to their airline customers, because that translates to dollars. Now, it's obvious in the DoD space how something like that could translate to readiness and operational uptime. In that example, what you get is IoT being ingested by an IoT data ingester being stored in something like a data lake or Hadoop. I mean, these are the types of terms people throw around here. The next most important part is, how does the cloud help me make a decision with this data? What does it do? At Microsoft, we split our AI and machine learning into 2 things. We have cognitive services, which are the AI and ML products that we build and deliver with our data scientists so you can just utilize. Things like predictive maintenance, video indexing, video analytics, those types of things do not require you to have your own data scientists to take advantage of those types of workloads, because they're common enough to be practical. Now, if you have a specific need, you can use Azure ML Suite, you can use R, you can use all the tools that these industry professionals use to do this, to build your own specifically tuned models to serve your mission need. Now, the result of that is you can pump out dashboards for visualization and leadership decisions. You can feed this into applications. You can feed it back into storage. You can truly produce a modern application. This is something that's a true cloud value proposition. You cannot do this in a traditional on-prem software development model, because there's no way to get the infrastructure in place. This also applies to many other things, not just IoT data. You can think about SharePoint as a data ingestion source. SharePoint can store documents that can be indexed and translated and searched, and insights can be gained about that data in place. You can do image resolution. There are obviously lots of public safety applications for image search and image indexing. Find me the last time somebody wearing a blue backpack went past this camera. Those types of cognitive queries are possible in this type of system. So really, don't let the fact that this is an IT-based slide constrain your imagination on what it could do for the mission that you serve. So come see us and let us work through applying your mission to this framework and see what kind of solution we can put together for you.